Hi everyone, this is Michael Balesta. Time for one last Browns recap and the Cavs Week in Review, courtesy of the NFL, Browns, NBA apps, and a Wikipedia internet search. The Ravens deferred to the second half, so the Browns started out on offense. Cleveland committed to the run for stretches of the game until they needed to throw, particularly late when the score dictated it. Nick Chubb got 6 and 13 on the game's first two plays from scrimmage. After Breshad Perriman gained 5, Baker Mayfield made a mistake as he did in the first meeting. He threw an interception to Jimmy Smith, and the Ravens set up shop at their own 39. Lamar Jackson had pass plays of 11 and 22 yards to Hayden Hurst and Mark Andrews each, but the Cleveland defense did not break, forcing Justin Tucker to make a field goal inside of 40 yards to open the scoring. The Browns demonstrated great character, not blinking after early adversity. On a 3rd and 6, Mayfield went to Antonio Callaway for a 38-yard strike to the Baltimore 33-yard line. After the Ravens were offside, Baker went back to the air, spotting Breshad Perriman for the game's first touchdown. Greg Joseph's extra point gave Cleveland a 7-3 lead, not even half a quarter played. Baltimore would not blink either, as they needed to win to ensure a postseason spot, which would give them the AFC North crown. Jackson completed a first down pass to Michael Crabtree for 7. Then on 2nd and 3 at their own 38, Lamar ran for 24 yards. Later on a 3rd and 8, Jabril Peppers got called for defensive holding, and the Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville used his legs again for a 25-yard touchdown, and Baltimore went back up 10-7. Chubb got 3 straight handoffs, lost 1, gained 10, but Eric Weddle and C.J. Mosley combined on the stop on 3rd and 1, forcing the Cleveland defense to return to the field. Sadly, they did not have any answers on the following series. Jackson went to Crabtree for a good gain on first down. Then Kenneth Dixon carved through the middle for 24 yards. Following a short pickup by Gus Edwards, the ball went back to Dixon for 20 more. Lamar took it himself for the final 9 yards on the first play of the second quarter. The deficit was 10 for the Browns, and going 3 and out felt like at the time like the game could start to get out of hand. Duke Johnson would get his hands on the rock for 8. Greg Robinson committed a false start, and after the second-year running back from the University of Miami got 2, Mayfield connected with Callaway for a much-needed first down at the Browns' 49. From there, the Ravens' defense tightened up, and Colquitt could not provide the backspin on his second punt of the afternoon. The swing of momentum on the second play of Baltimore's fourth drive was another key moment of a wild first half of play. On 2nd and 10, Jackson looked like he would be sacked for a loss of 7, but Larry Ogunjobi was deemed to have roughed the passer, so Baltimore got another first down by penalty. That set up Dixon, who gashed through Cleveland's defense for 37 yards on the ground. After Chris Moore had a reception of 9 following an 8-yard Jackson scamper, the Browns caught a break as the Ravens were called for offensive holding. Cleveland was able to take advantage of the Ravens getting behind schedule to force another Tucker field goal. Cleveland, still only 2 possessions down, would try to press the issue. Mayfield completed to Landry for 19 yards with the Browns backed from their own 10. However, Jimmy Smith was again the nemesis of a Mayfield pass. The interception gave Baltimore a short field at the visitors' 40 with just under 4 minutes left in the half. Knowing that the Ravens would get the ball to start the second half, it really looked like once again the potential was there for Cleveland to be out of view. After Crabtree hauled in a 13-yard pass play, Willie Snead did likewise for 25 to put the home team on the doorstep of a touchdown. What took place 3 plays later would be another talking point for the Browns. Jackson tried to reach the ball over the goal line from the 1, but had the ball knocked out by Ogunjobi after the reach. Based on television replays, it was short of breaking the goal line. The ball was free, and Peppers had only green grass in front of him to go down and score a touchdown for the Browns. One problem: the whistle blew, and because of it, the play was dead. There was a clear recovery by the Browns upon further review, so they did get the ball, but the player was over at the spot of the recovery and no advancement. It was a tough break, and Cleveland had to start from their own 7-yard line. To compound the frustration, Mayfield's pass to a wide-open Jarvis Landry bounced off the receiver's helmet and incomplete, which would have been a big play, if not 6 points. It led to a 3 and out. Myles Garrett made sure the Ravens did not add any more points in the first half as he recorded a sack. Then Cleveland made one last push, hoping to close the first 30 minutes on a high. Baker went to Antonio for 21, then Higgins 2 plays later for 40. Marlon Humphrey's offside penalty allowed Joseph to try from 46, but his kick drifted wide left, and it was 20-7 Baltimore at the half. Baltimore picked up one first down as Lamar found Mark Andrews, and after a punt, Antonio Callaway did well on special teams to bring the ball back to the plus 48. The Browns only needed one play to get back in the contest. Mayfield went to Landry for 48 yards, and Joseph made it 20-14 less than 3 minutes into the third quarter. The Cleveland defense would yield another long drive via the running game. Ty Montgomery picked up 11 on 2nd and 10. Dixon got 13 on the ensuing play, followed by 18 through Edwards. The Browns caught a break as Lamar's bid at a third touchdown carry was wiped out due to a holding penalty. Ogunjobi got hurt the next play following a nasty collision with Jabril Peppers. Baltimore just kept pounding the rock. Demarius Randall was slow but got off the field and got up for Cleveland. Eventually, the visitors stepped up and kept the opposition to another field goal, and it was a 9-point game. Both defenses went 3 and out. An offensive pass interference on Crabtree helped Cleveland be ahead of the down and distance defensively, which was important in not allowing another time-consuming drive already down 2 possessions. The Browns started at their own 23 following a Sam Cook punt. Mayfield spotted David Njoku for a 42-yard gain. After Perriman lost yardage and Chubb got 4 yards back, Rashard Higgins was on the receiving end of a pass for 11 yards on 3rd and 8 to keep the drive alive on the second-to-last play before the start of the fourth quarter. Marlon Humphrey picked up a defensive holding penalty after Mayfield was swarmed and sacked, but Baker threw 2 incompletions and the drive stalled. Joseph did his part to make it 23-17 with more than 14 minutes left in regulation. Cleveland could still not find a way to stop Baltimore. Jackson found Hurst for 32. Later, Dixon was given a generous spot by converting on 3rd and 4, and the measurement was good enough for a first down. But I think it was wise for Greg Williams not to challenge, because even if he had won it, on 4th and 1, I'm afraid Baltimore would have gotten it anyway, and the 3 timeouts were important to have later. Peppers was injured following a 12-yard rush by Gus Edwards. Andrews caught a pass for a fresh set of downs. Cleveland was able to take advantage of a Mark Andrews false start, and once again, despite letting them go down the field at will, they just allowed a field goal to enable the Browns to stay in contact. Cleveland got the ball back with 7:20 remaining, and the offense showed great purpose. Mayfield went back to Njoku for Baker's dozen. After Chubb lost yardage, the ball went back to the tight end for 7 to make 3rd down more manageable. Landry was the target for the rookie quarterback, and he went for 14. Then Mayfield completed the next pass to Higgins for 33 yards as the key play of his possession. 4 plays later, the Browns scored from the 1 as Mayfield threw his 27th touchdown pass of the season, a rookie quarterback record, to Callaway. With less than 3.5 minutes left, Baltimore felt real game pressure at 26-24. On 3rd and 5 on the next series, Lamar Jackson lost the ball, but Montgomery fell on the ball. But Cleveland got the important stop and chose to save their 3rd and final timeout after using their second one on defense to preserve the clock. With 2 minutes left, the Browns got the ball back, and on 2nd and 10 from their own 26, Baker found Perriman for 19, and replay determined that it was a catch, as they would the following play when Landry was thought to have initially not haul in a catch. The reversal to a completion put Cleveland on the precipice of field goal range inside the 40. Unfortunately, 3 incompletions meant that had they elected to try the field goal, the distance would have been 56 or 57 yards away for Greg Joseph. On 4th and 10, Mayfield tried Duke Johnson, but C.J. Mosley stepped in the passing lane and intercepted Baker, so 3 touchdowns and 3 picks for the Oklahoma quarterback in total. Lamar Jackson took 2 kneel downs, and Baltimore won the AFC North in a 26-24 victory in front of their fans. I understand the bittersweet range of emotions of Week 17. Cleveland can hold their heads high after being so close to yet another victory. It would have sent the Browns to their first winning record in 11 seasons, but considering that the team was not in the same desperate scenario that Baltimore was in, playing away from home against one of the hottest teams in the league, the Browns held up until the very end, giving themselves a chance to win. At the same time, with only 16 games per year in the longest off-season of the North American major professional sports, it's sad to see it end, especially watching with fellow Browns backers' friends, but It was a pleasure to watch an 0-16 team transform into one that was a break here or there away from having a winning record. Additionally, they drew the AFC's lead game of the late afternoon session on television by competing at a high level, also providing 2 wins in primetime national windows earlier this year. Not bad at all. Hopefully, the core pieces will be healthy again, especially Denzel Ward and Christian Kirksey on the defensive side of the ball. Another good draft by General Manager John Dorsey to build more depth will be paramount towards trying to chase down a playoff berth 12 months from now. The special teams does need some work. Kicker Craig Joseph can be shaky. But as for the return game, Antonio Callaway did well Sunday, and Britton Colquitt has produced in the punting game, especially as the season wound down. The offensive line got better in terms of protecting Baker Mayfield in the home stretch of 2018. The defense had some problems against their division rivals in the season finale, particularly against the run. Hopefully the tackling will be much better because despite the questionable refereeing decisions, they need to fix this. In the AFC North, especially in the cold climates of Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, and Cincinnati, it is imperative to be able to keep running backs in check if the Browns want to move further up the pecking order. The penalties and the turnovers will have to be reduced to also help that cause. The wild card playoff games will take place this weekend. On Saturday, the 6-seeded Colts and the Titans, the 3-seed, will play in Houston at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Time. If Indianapolis wins, they would play the Kansas City Chiefs in the same time slot following Saturday in the divisional round. If Houston wins, they will travel to New England a week from Sunday at 1:05. The AFC North champion and 4th-seeded Ravens will host the Los Angeles Chargers this Sunday just after 1 o'clock. In the 3-6 matchup in the NFC playoffs, the Chicago Bears host the Philadelphia Eagles Sunday at 4:40. A Chicago win means a trip to Los Angeles versus the Rams at 8:15 a week from Saturday. A Philadelphia victory would ensure a visit to New Orleans Sunday at 20 minutes before 5. On the basketball court, it was a tough week as the Cleveland Cavaliers suffered a wire-to-wire defeat at the hands of the Memphis Grizzlies, 95-87. It was always going to be tough without the services of Tristan Thompson and Rodney Hood. Cleveland was held to 9 first-quarter points. Overall, they were held to under 36% from the field. Memphis had a 9-1 advantage in blocks. The good news is they were good on the rebounding front as they picked up 19 on the offensive end. Jordan Clarkson shot 10 of 20, scoring 24 in almost 31 minutes of playing time. Colin Sexton was okay, finished with 16 points. Ante Zizic led the Cavs with 11 boards. Marc Gasol was the Grizzlies' leading scorer with 20, while Kyle Anderson had a hot hand, ending with 15 on the night. Cleveland started better on Friday in Miami, but just like Wednesday, the opposition shot better than 50% on their home floor, which is difficult to overcome. The Heat took good care of the ball with just 7 turnovers to the 14 by the Cavs. Zizic was unavailable due to injury in a 118-94 loss. 4 Cavaliers did reach double figures scoring-wise, including Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., Zeddy Osman, and Alec Burks. Jaron Blossom game was 2 of 10, collecting 10 rebounds in almost 53 minutes. As for the Heat, Justice Winslow, in his 4th season in the NBA, had a very strong showing with 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists. Rodney Magruder had a plus 28 plus-minus rating. Cleveland did not have much time to dwell on what transpired in South Florida as they went north to Atlanta Saturday. It was a good first 12 minutes for the visiting team as they led by as many as 10 points, but the Hawks took control thanks to a 34-point second quarter. Osman made a 3-pointer to put the Cavaliers in front in the early to middle stages of the third, followed by a Blossom game dunk. But after Vince Carter made a 3-pointer, Atlanta never trailed again. The Hawks would build a double-digit lead on 3 occasions, but the Cavs came back. With 57.9 seconds left, Sexton tied the game by hitting the back end of his 2 free throws. John Collins followed his own missed shot to give Atlanta the lead back. Collins would not answer on the other end of the court, and Burks committed a turnover. Still, DeAndre Bembry split a pair of free throws to give Cleveland another opportunity, but it was not to be as Clarkson missed a game-tying 3, and Carter made his foul shots to put the game on ice 111-108. The Cavs began 2019 in Northeast Ohio against the Miami Heat at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, January 2nd. The team hopes to put a 6-game losing skid behind them. The homestead continues against the Utah Jazz Friday at 7:30. The tail end of a back-to-back falls at 8 o'clock against the Pelicans before they are idle Sunday and Monday, I should say, not Saturday. The three Cleveland opponents as of the completion of Sunday's games are all sitting under 500, so maybe they can find a way to squeeze out a win in one of those fixtures. Cleveland is still in the cellar with a record of 8-29. Entering Monday's games, the Bucks are the leaders in the Eastern Conference at 25-10 by percentage points. Then the Raptors at 27 up and 11 down. The Pacers are 24-12, followed by the 23-14 76ers and Celtics, who have won 21 and lost 14. The Hornets and Heat are each 17-18, and the Pistons rest in 8th spot at 16-18. In the West, the Nuggets are in pole position at 23-11. The Warriors and Thunder are separated by 1 game, then a big cluster of teams below with the Clippers, Rockets, Lakers, Trailblazers, and Spurs 4th through 8th. Thank you for coming out to the Fox and Hound and supporting the Cleveland Browns all season long. It sure feels like the team is poised for great times ahead in the near future. Please be sure to mark your calendar for the NFL Draft, which will take place in Nashville from Thursday, April 25th through Saturday, April 27th. Please check out the Facebook group North Texas Browns Backers page and hit the like button for the latest updates there. There are many Browns Backers Club locations in and around the Metroplex, so please be sure to find the Browns Backers Club closest to you or do an internet search to find a location if you are outside of North Texas. So be sure to check that out when we get to the fall months of 2019. So be sure to do an internet search and check it out. The text of this blog is available at http://www.mjbolesta2, as in the number 2, blog.wordpress.com. I am on Twitter at mjbolesta2 and on Facebook at Michael Bolesta. Archive videos on YouTube can be found by searching Michael Bolesta, Roman numeral 2. God bless, have a great week, and may 2019 bring you plenty of joy.